Hey guys, what's up? My name is Alex and welcome to my Project SL600 build. So in this series, if you haven't checked it out already, I'm going through some of the maintenance items on my SL600 and just fixing some of the leaks and sprucing things up as I get this car as close as I can to showroom condition without obviously spending a ton of money. So in this episode specifically, I've reached into the depths of the engine. I am taking off the upper timing chain covers today, and this was an experience that isn't very well documented online. So I wanted to show that to you in a little bit more detail. So if you don't have an M120 V12 Mercedes, then this gets a little bit more technical for you, but I hope you enjoy the episode anyway. There's lots of great information here. Let's jump in. All right, so we're about to take off the passenger side timing chain cover. And I just want to show you where some of the bolts are because they're not all that obvious. So naturally you have a bolt here and a bolt here. These were the engine hoist bracket bolts that we removed when we removed the thermostat and the thermostat housing. That's also this here where the tube, the flange went to. So below that are two E12s. So remove those. On my car, these bolts are the same length. So I'm just gonna add them to my diagram there. Then on the left-hand side, it appears we just have two bolts. So these are 14 mil bolts and washer. So just remove those. And again, we'll just add those to the drawing over there. And you'll notice I have removed the pulley, and that's because tucked right behind the pulley is another bolt. And you know what? I'm glad I took this pulley off because I think it's seen better days. It free spins a little bit more than I would like it to, especially when I hold it upside down. Yeah, you can see no more grease in that one. So anyway, that's going there, and what I'm talking about is another bolt. You can just see it right here. So I'll just remove these. Obviously, I undid these beforehand. And let's see, is this the same size as all the others? It is. So that's good. We'll just put it there. All right, next. I'm not sure if I need to remove these right away. I think I might just do it so I don't slam it into the radiator. I could also remove these sensors as well, but we'll see. We'll give it a little tug. It's gonna be interesting. I believe that's all the bolts. Now it looks like upper timing chain or lower timing chain cover. I don't see anything else, so it might just be a matter of prying. I'll let you know. Okay, so after I took out those bolts that I showed you, the next step was pretty simple on this side anyway. It didn't look like there was anything special I needed to do with the timing chain to keep it in tension. The tensioners are all in place, so let me show you how I got this one off. The first thing I used, which some people may disapprove of, is a metal pry bar. However, I covered it completely in paper towel, and I gently, with it covered in paper towel, I don't know if I need to show you, but so there was no way of marking. I gently pried. Gently, like I'm talking barely any force. And down here, it was a little bit easier. This could fit in right there. Just enough to break the seal of the RTV. And I'm just looking for my other tool, which naturally is gone as soon as I turn on the camera. Well, basically then I took a plastic pry bar, not this one specifically, and I was able to get it in there and just pry that and go, and I just went around slowly. So let's take this one off and take a look at what we've got. So I didn't end up taking the magnet off, although I did take the bolts out, but it looks like it's RTV'd in. So this just slid out perfectly. So there we go. There is the timing chain cover, the upper one. Couple sensors in there. Glad I didn't pull those out. It might have been a little wedged in there. I'd like to do some cleaning on this. Apparently the seal is very difficult to find, even from Mercedes. So I want to be careful of that. But as you can see, a little dirty, even after, this is after spraying it a ton. So you can see that it was in fact leaking down there. Honestly, it was leaking everywhere. I am relieved that I'm doing this job and also scared that I had to go this far. All right, oh, we don't need that much light. Let's get some focus on there. All right, so you can see that they did use some RTV there. Globbed up okay. Yeah, generally speaking, it was leaking. The seal is in good condition. I'm gonna keep it just in case. The ones I ordered are not as good quality. They're Victor Ryan's. The only Mercedes ones I could get were the black ones, it seemed. I'm gonna clean up the coolant passage here, get rid of all that RTV. It's gonna be Hylamar from there. You can see we had some, leaks right at the edge there. I didn't get this seal. I will have to look at this one. I'll see if I can find, this seal right here. Hopefully I can get a part number for it. Center timing chain tunnel or something. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out. So there we go. Timing chain looks good. Interesting that use of some, is that metal? Oh, it is metal. It looked plastic, but that's good. Nice and metal. Everything looks okay. Tensioners aren't damaged or anything. I'm glad I didn't have to pull out the tensioner. I don't want to. I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, all that RTV off, and go to the other side. Okay, now we are on the driver's side timing chain cover. This one's a little bit more exposed. There are obviously the hoist brackets, 2 bolts here. Then right below it are another 2 E-Torx bolts. You can see the delineation in the timing chain cover. We move over here. There's a bolt down here. There's this cap, which on M104 engines, there's something behind it. I'm gonna have to take a look. I'm not sure if there is a pin behind it or not. I'll let you know in a second. This bolt right here is actually pretty close to the tandem pump. So you can't really get a ratchet in there because by the time you try and fit one there, there's no room for the socket. So quick tip for you all is that a multi-pointed 10mm wrench can get on there perfectly and work on that Torx. So that was really nice and easy. And then again, just on the side, we have our 14mm, might be 13, but this does the job without putting any stress on it. So again, I'm gonna use the same method. I'm gonna put my paper towel covered pry bar here and just gently pry, gently pry. I think I will order a new seal across here. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's still pretty pliable. I'll see how it comes out. But I will take a whole look at this and just look at the timing chain here as well. But I'll let you know, I'm a little concerned about this one. There's a lot of documentation on the M104 about this bolt, but I'm wondering because it is different, this is a different setup than on the M104. On that one, the timing chain goes across the top. I believe that this might be nothing. I'll let you know. All right, so I got the driver's side upper timing chain cover off. And if it looks pretty clean, it's because I'm speaking to you from the future. I did have an opportunity to clean this, but I didn't film a whole lot after I took this one off. So I want to update you on some of the issues that I was talking about earlier. So one of them being this cap here. And man, I should really clean that better, but I thought there would be something behind there. And I was sort of right. On the back of this one, there is a pin. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if that pin does anything other than guide this cover into where it needs to go, but my guess is just some sort of plugged pin. So if you do have an SL600 or another M120, I'm assuming they're the same, you don't need to take this off. There's absolutely no point. except to clean it. There is nothing behind here except a pin. Now, I did talk about this bolt here, which I said you couldn't get a socket in there. You had to use a wrench, and that's totally true. It gets a little bit worse than that. You can't actually pull the bolt out because, I'll just come over here, it does in fact hit on this barb here. Luckily, you can pull the bolt out until it's about just touching, and then you can get the cover off. So similar to the left-hand side, which sneak peek is already back on, similar to the left-hand side, this right-hand side, or the driver's side, took a little prying to get off. And actually what did hang me up was that pin that I guess goes in there somewhere. Maybe it goes in here. I'll have to double check. But anyway, it's just a guide pin. But what happened is, while I was looking down, so you get like kind of a view like this, and while I was kind of looking down there, it just took a lot more effort to get this one off. It was just more stuck in general. So moving over here, not a lot has changed. I have cleaned this area up along the seal and along the side. I've removed all the gunky RTV, cleaned it up as well as I could. If you're wondering what works well for cleaning, well, I have a few products here. And if you take a look at my review videos online here on YouTube, you'll see that WD-40 Specialist Degreaser came out on top on my test. So not a sponsor, but this is one of the top products I used. And I've also been using Grease Off, which does pretty well for foaming and everything. And if you really need some powerful stuff that's not brake clean, then you can use some gunk engine degreaser. So all of these, I'll post some links down below. You know, if you buy them from Amazon, that helps the channel out a little bit. But these got everything really clean. You know, I just use them in a toothbrush and everything, and scrub away. Lots of scrubbing. As you can see, I'll be, you know, cleaning up more of this as we go, and I've been spraying more and just cleaning in there as I go as well. All right, that is it for removing the timing chain covers on your M120. I really hope some of that information was clear and easy to follow. And if you have any questions about the install, please put it in the comments down below. I'd love to chat. In the description, there are some products that might help you out, as well as some of the part numbers for this project. All right, we'll see you later.